professor at the Center for Contemporary Arab Studies and School of Foreign Service at Georgetown University. He joins me from Washington, D.C. Thanks again for joining us. Why do you think it's so important for the Gaddafi regime to show that life is normal in Libya?
I think this is the propaganda from the regime, just to sell like its image, like is the regime that will be able to stabilize the country. But let me go to Sirte. I think I predict personally like the most ferocious and major battle will take place in Sirte. Why? Because Sirte is the fief of the Gaddafi, it's the fief of the regime, and the fall, the predictable fall of the major city of Sirte will have a kind of psychological impact on the regime before the next stop will be in Tripoli or will be in Lazizia military base. Means it will be major test for the pro-Gaddafi forces and the major test too for the anti-Gaddafi forces.
So if Sirte is going to be one of the important cities that is going to be defended by... Yeah, go ahead.
I will say will be like the Stalingrad of the anti-Gaddafi forces and of the pro-Gaddafi forces. So just will take time, but I think the fall of the city will be the major change on the way of the events, political and security events now in Libya.
Oh, given the fact that it's going to be a very symbolic city and also the psychological effect it could have on the regime in Tripoli, we could then expect a very prolonged and I would imagine a very bloody battle there, because it is a very well-defended city right now.
Yeah, as you know, the 32nd Brigade of Hassan Khamis now is deployed in Sirte. And let me raise one point that's very important here. Hassan Khamis is using like military equipment, American military equipment. He's using 8 helicopters, Chinook, were delivered by Italy during the past 2 years, and the government of Berlusconi violates those rules. You know, according to the agreement signed between the United States and each country in the world, when the United States like sell any equipment to any country in the world, like forbid to this country to transfer to third party like military equipment. The government of Berlusconi violated those rules and delivered to Libya 8 helicopter Chinook used today by Khamis to transport and to move all the elements and the mercenaries from the 32nd Brigade from location to location. And the United States should investigate this affair.
Well, you look at the possibility that those helicopters could be used against civilians. There's a renewed effort now in the United Nations to impose a no-fly zone. France and the United Kingdom are trying to persuade the other 3 permanent members of the Security Council to go along with that. Do you think they're going to succeed this time?
Hopefully, and hopefully that the Security Council will vote a resolution and asking like a regional organization, which the Arab League, which like suspended the membership of Libya, to execute, to implement the no-fly zone. And the Arab League will be able to require from Egypt, which a country has the most capable military capabilities, especially like the Egyptian Air Force, which has like 220 F-16 with different variants, F-16C and F-16D, to implement this no-fly zone. I should like point out like Egypt has like its radars which monitoring now almost 70% of the Libyan territory, and the Libyan will accept like an Arab country, a neighbor country, implementing like a no-fly zone rather than a NATO or the United States or France or other like major Western power.
Okay, Professor, as always, thank you again for your analysis there.